to extract it out gently. These are very common parasites in bees, wasps, grasshoppers, and many other insects. After getting a firm hold of it, it's time to pull it out slowly out of the hornet's body.
So as your certified weird bug girl, that video had me geeking out because that parasite is not really well known outside of the entomology world, and to see it just show up on a feed was actually pretty cool. So what is it? It's actually an endoparasite in the order Strepsiptera, which means twisted wing. So it's its own order. This is a male, and then credit to the photographer. And Strepsipteras are endoparasites, which means that they live inside their host. Now, the video just seemed a little silly to me in general because, one, why would you just go find a hornet to hold it and to pull out the parasite? I mean, I guess it's for views, whatever. And it got fangirls like me excited to see the Strepsiptera. But doesn't really benefit the hornet at that point to pull it out because most of the time the damage is already done when the parasite enters into the host. Now, video did have some misleading information that it kills the host, which is not true because that parasite depends on that hornet to be able to move around and to find mates. We're going to kind of talk about why. So this is, like I said, a male Strepsiptera. They only live for a few hours. They are there to mate and they die. They don't even feed while they're out. So there's not really a ton out there that you can just like see in the wild because even entomologists have trouble finding them. The one in the video was a female, which the females are neotenic. So what does neotenic mean? Well, it means that the female does not have legs or wings and just has very basic eyes, antenna, and mouth parts. She's essentially been reduced to a sac of reproductive organs, which that sclerotized end that was sticking out of the hornet is what the male mates with. So there's not really a lot to the female, but she does spend the majority of her life cycle in the host, hence why they don't necessarily kill their host. Now, what happens is when the Strepsiptera initially enters into the bee, it enters in as like a larval form, which then changes itself into like that gloopy sclerotized end that you see in the video. Now, with Strepsipteras, they're the primary parasites of hymenopterans, which are your bees, wasps, and ants, and some hemipterans, which are your true bugs, specifically the homopterans, which are like your leafhoppers. And what has been observed with some bees, for example, that have the Strepsiptera parasite is that they behave differently, and it is believed that the parasite is controlling the behavior of the host. How it acts differently is that those bees tend to emerge earlier than the rest of the colony or other individuals. They do not build brooding cavities, so they're considered to be sterile, and they just kind of hover on flowers and grass stems longer because it is believed that if like it kind of hangs out on flowers longer, the chances of finding a mate have increased because, again, male Strepsipteras don't live that long. So very fascinating creatures, but tons of good things to like read about because they're just really cool. But let me know if you have any questions. But yeah, the weird and wacky insect world, and I am here to talk about bugs. So let me know your questions or other videos you want to see. My junior entomologists need me now, so I need to go respond to their calls.